What it is. I'm your main man, Mikey D, aka Stony Mike, and I'm here to give you a nice little 710 reacts. I will be back later. I'm just gonna do a 710 react now, but I will be back later for some more. I got some stuff that I gotta do here in a little bit, but I'm just gonna get as much of this as I can done, and then I will be back later. So you'll get 2 videos out of me today, YouTube. Also, I'm gonna start doing all my reacts on a different channel. It's gonna be called Based Stoner. So be sure to be looking forward to that. That's where I'm gonna be doing most of my reactions. I'm still probably gonna do smoke sessions and just random reacts over here, but mostly gonna be doing everything that you've seen me do now from here on out, such as or from the past, such as the TikTok cringes and the SJW cringes. All that stuff is going to be put on the Based Stoner channel. So be sure to check that out when you get a chance. I already have it created. I just don't have anything on there. I don't think it's still it was my apolitical stoner page. So if there is anything on over there, it's something relative. But yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna fire up my churro. I'm gonna fire that bad boy up. And we're gonna get into OnlyFans model gets roasted by dad, by her dad, by her own dad. It's gonna be interesting to watch. I know I would feel like I did something wrong if I had a daughter and she ended up doing OnlyFans. Yeah. I would be very, 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 very upset. So I would be wanting to know what the fuck I did wrong. But, it is what it is. We see this kind of stuff come and go. Come and go. Oh, pun intended. Uh, but yeah. Let's check this fucking video out, shall we? Alright, let's get it.
It's like one of the biggest problems with the dating scene.
Men. Literally, she took the words out. Men, they're the worst. Just men in general.
Why is that?
They just exist.
Women.
It would be better if we didn't.
Yes. I feel like
I agree.
Like a lot of world problems would be solved if men just
Cease to exist.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to be doing later.
Seen this one. I think I've seen this one. Hold up. Did I already react to this one and they just reworded this video? Because I swear to God. believe I have. Yeah, I don't believe I have. Yeah, I haven't, but I've seen this video. Yeah, I've probably seen this clip in something. Regardless, these two bitches right here would not last a fucking day. They would not last a singular day without some man in their life. They probably don't realize that, and that's the reason why they're saying this stupid shit. And they're smug as fuck.
Later.
What is that?
Ceasing to exist.
Good.
Just to help you guys out.
You tell your husband you cheated on him at your bachelorette?
No.
They're for the streets.
Not tonight, but I be.
You know where she belongs.
She belongs to the street.
Alright, so let me tell you something. Pink certs ain't no joke. First of all, it is a cross between the menthol and grape gasoline. Those are two very, very potent ass fucking strains. Potent. This shit is strong as fucking Donkey Kong. Ooh, shit. You see, I didn't hit it for like a couple of seconds and it just went out. That shit, I'm telling you. If you have to continuously hit that bitch to get it to keep going, that's something that's sticky. That sticky icky. That fucking bubonic chronic. That good shit. And it's fucking amazing. I fucking love that shit. So when you smoke herb, you get that like resignated terpene feel in your mouth. If it's full of terpenes like this is. And so it does alter the way certain things taste. I just drank some of that fucking lemon flavored tea by Brisk. Brisk needs to fucking sponsor my ass, man. You know, at least they wouldn't have to worry about a fucking entire line of people canceling them like Bud Light did. Listen, that bullshit that happened with Bud Light, I'm just gonna have to say something about that. First of all, Dylan Mulvaney is a piece of shit human being. He's just a fucking grifter. Okay? But that aside, that shit was gonna happen to fucking Bud Light no matter what. The last few remaining people who weren't just deranged. You know what? I think they had to have been deranged in some way to continue to drink that pissy ass fucking beer. That was some of the most nastiest fucking beer on this earth. Like, I still to this day can't figure out why anybody fucking ever drank the Anheuser product. It's just, it bothers me. I mean, yeah, I've always been a Corona guy. If I'm gonna go cheap beer, you know. Also, I would prefer Modelo Negra. That's my fucking shit. Now, if I'm gonna drink a beer, I'm gonna go Modelo Negra. But you know, it is what it is, man. People gonna like that nasty shit. Talking about Bud Light. That's some nasty fucking beer. Bud Light, Budweiser, Miller Lite, all the motherfucking beers that are just think they're brewed in a keg full of piss. But it tastes like deer piss. It tastes like what deer piss smells like. That's the best thing I can explain. I'll never be able to fucking untaste it like that. I don't know why anybody drinks it. But I kind of have the same feeling about it like Joe Rogan had. There's really no fucking sense to even be upset about it. Just quit drinking that fucking shit and move on. You didn't need fucking clown like Dylan Mulvaney to make you fucking quit drinking that shit. You really didn't. You should have quit drinking that shit from the get-go. I don't like Dylan. I'll never like that piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He is a disgrace, and he has fucking... Every woman on this fucking planet should be fucking pissed off at this dude. Because he's making a mockery out of that shit, and every trans person who actually has gender dysphoria should be fucking pissed off at him too, because he's making a mockery out of their poor fucking conditions they have, man. Like, that's some stupid shit. And you can't nobody tell me that fucking fool got gender dysphoria. He's got a dysphoria, alright, but it ain't gender dysphoria. Something totally much more wicked. I don't like that fool. I can get started on that son of a bitch and I'll keep talking.
On Demon Time when I go back home.
Where's your home?
In the Bay Area.
What kind of demon time activities do you do in the Bay Area?
I'm open to threesomes. I'm open to whatever.
She belongs to the streets.
This is a nasty ass motherfucking hoe. I'm open to threesomes. Oh, God.
Whatever makes me feel good.
What are the incentives for a man to get married?
There are no incentives.
Realistically, there aren't any. Is there?
Realistically, there aren't any. That was the first time oh my God, why is she looking like that?
Show us your boobs.
Oh, no thank you.
That's how you handle catcalling.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it.
That's, yeah, men, no incentives.
I love how you handle that. That was great. Okay, is there...
Yeah, honestly, that is how you handle it. You don't act like a fucking victim. Because I'm going to be real with you. I've never catcalled a woman in my life. I don't fucking find no reason to. I think that's kind of like the most corniest thing in the world. And he wasn't catcalling. He was flat out just fucking saying, hey, show us your boobs, which is weird. That's just the weirdest thing to do. It's old people who fucking think that that's an okay thing to do, and any dumbass that has just followed in their footsteps. But it's really an old person thing to do. Nobody my age even wants to fuck with that. Nobody my age even wants to fuck with that, okay? That's stupidity that we're trying to leave in the past. Alright? So, but even that being said, these dumbasses that say that shit, you can easily just fucking move on. You can just say, fuck that shit. That's just... whatever. And like she did, nothing you... and just move on. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks that somebody wants to be such a fucking idiot and say something like that. And it sucks that they have to include you into that shit, but... because dude could have been literally thinking to himself, man, I'd like to see her boobs. And just kept it to himself. But no. He had to go and yell it out to her and involve her in his life that she didn't really want to have that kind of negative involvement. Toot, what did it do? But yeah, ultimately, that kind of shit is not really a thing. It's done by fucking dumbasses that are very minute. Compared to the majority of men. That's why I never understood, like, why can't catcalling just be ignored into non-existence? Because younger generations damn sure don't want to do it. Younger than mine, damn sure don't want to do it's essentially a non-existent thing in younger generations. My generation was one of the first generations to just say, I'd rather not do that. That's kind of weird. I never saw my dad, and my dad's a very pervy guy. Like, he's a very pervy dude. Like, I have heard since I was a child some of the most perverse types of jokes ever come out of his mouth. And I have never once heard him catcall a woman because that's just not something you do. Like, he even told me when I was little, because we were watching something. I think it was Cheech. Cheech was like yelling at a woman, like, "Hey, baby," you know, and like doing some shit like that. And my dad was just like, "In real life, son, you don't want to do that because that's not nice. You know, you don't do that." So I just listened to what the fuck he said, and I never did that. Plus, I always saw how kind of gross the men were that were doing it. Like, they were kind of gross looking, and I was like, man, I don't want to be counted in amongst a bunch of gross looking dudes. So it was never really my thing. But it happens, unfortunately. And if it does, don't become a victim over it. It's literally just fucking stupid person being stupid. Call it out for what it is, or just do what she did and be like, alright, whatever, fuck off. No thank you. You a damn fool. I can't call women. That's just funny. Oh man, that's funny. I like that. That was funny.
Is there anything a married couple can do that an unmarried couple can't do?
No.
Don't get married.
Yeah, like if you think about it, no. Like if you're dating and then you get married, like nothing should really change. Except for like the status.
Should the over 50% divorce rate be a concern of his?
Yes.
That's a thing? Yeah.
Yeah, do you think I'll marry AC?
Then she started feeling bad for men. You see their face? She's like, whoa. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that's a thing. I truly believe it's because instead of it being between just a man and a woman, and you know, a god, if you want to get religious, you insert a government entity that ultimately allows a man to be vulnerable in a fiscal manner, and a lot of women, when pushed into a corner because of their own personal feelings, use that against men. And it's pretty easy to do, even to this day. Like, I saw it a lot when I was younger. My dad's first wife, she relentlessly went after my dad numerous times. There was many times that I would be told that I may not go get to see my father because he might get locked up. So, over child support. But yeah, living with someone does change everything, especially if it's if there's a fiscal responsibility between both of you. Like, if you're taking care of someone fiscally, it's also a big change, but you know, it's all situational, whatever that is. You better watch saying Chad. You better watch saying Chad now. By the way, my other page, Based Stoner, is where I'm gonna start doing my reactions. Need to connect. So if you want to, you can go ahead and like that one. It's all caps lock on that. Everything is capitalized. Based Stoner. BASEDSTONER. It is imperative that we continue to use these terms because a corrupt government agency has decided to deem it an extremist word, even though it's meme culture that really uses that word more than anything. Right wingers don't fucking use it really at all. It's mostly people on the internet like to use it. It's gonna be here on YouTube. I'll once I get it going and I actually have a thing, I'll post a link in the about or in the bio of this page, so that way there'll be a direct link going to it. But Based, Chad, and what was the other one? It was another one. Red Pilled. Apparently, Based, Red Pilled, and Chad are all extremist words, and the truth is, it's not. It's not. There is no such thing as extremist words. There's only extremist actions. Words cannot be called extremist. If you start labeling any word as an extremist word, there is no such thing as freedom of speech. And it seems like the FBI needs to have a little bit more of a well verse on what freedom of speech is, man. Because fucking Chad, the word Chad is it's just a word for what somebody who, you know, has a certain like definition in their jawline. Like they're a type of person. They have a mentality, you know. Quoting the whole song. Cause I've only heard just the boats and hoes. I never really heard the whole song. Yeah, I was about to say, and that Chad is also someone's name, but regardless, it's not very socially healthy for any kind of government agency to go around saying that certain words are extremists. It's just not socially acceptable. We cannot, as Americans, accept that in any shape or form. That's highly, highly disgusting. Goes against everything that the Constitution stands for. I totally understand fighting people who are extremists. I get that. That makes sense. We should totally be against any form of like domestic terrorism. That's why I'm not a fan of Antifa, because regardless of what they say their name is, they have been doing nothing but terroristic actions. Like, in the very definition, they are a domestic terrorist. Anybody who labels themselves as that, it's okay to be anti-fascist. I mean, I'm an anti-fascist. I don't believe in any form of it. But I'm not gonna call myself Antifa. That's a horrible, horrible thing right now. It's horrible to be that right now. It's okay to be against shit like that. But when you're part of a group that pretty much beats, with mob mentality, 90-year-olds because they're, something that they think is a fascist. They that's the problem. They deem everything as a fascist. You can't just go around deeming things as fascist and then kill it because you're like, otherwise you're not doing anything justified. You're trying to justify your shit. Fucking dude, you crazy. Fuck no.
Hey, well, this shit's funny, because I agree.
There are men you have slept with and didn't require 3 or 4 or 5 dates. All right, then that's the bottom line. That's the base price. And to men, it's like, if he can get it for this price, why do I have to do all this? That's why I say, ladies, do not go out on date number 1 with a man that you are not sexually attracted to. Do not go on date number 1. Don't go out there talking about our date to see if I like you. French toast that. Keep your ass at home. Don't take his money. Ask all the questions you need to do. Because if you go out with us, we're expected to smash.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. I have dated and dealt with people that I didn't actually were attracted to them when I first met them. But as I got to know them, I did become attracted to them. So that can happen too.
This is what women do. They play games with the possibility of sex. The guys you went out with, were you paying all the bills? Were you paying for everything? 100%? No.
No.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you.
Nine times out of 10, that is the case. I ain't gonna deny it. Dude goes on a date, he does expect to smash. That's the thing.
How I got this ring.
You were nice until he married you, and then you showed your true colors.
You ever use guys just for...
Fuck. Man. She straight fucking hit her with that fucking
Emotional damage.
straight hit it with it.
For dinner?
No, I mean, I have to, remotely, hey, give him a chance. I think you're kind of cute. You have good eyes or something.
What about you? Do you ever use guys for free food?
Of course.
How rude!
If you were my boyfriend, I would make you dinner every single night. I would make sure that your clothes are folded and ready for you before you go to work.
Why the
fuck you lying? I was about to hit her. Because, listen, that sounds like, some of that, what's that shit I'm looking for? The word.
Stop the cap.
Facts.
Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Because that shit, it's daunting. You know what I mean? Like, even for dudes, like, because it's a daunting task because it's like trivial or whatnot, or not trivial, but like it's like like a everyday kind of type thing that just kind of gets repetitive and gets a little annoying. So yeah, naturally, some people get all butthurt about it. I don't want to do it. So she would probably do it for like what 2.5 seconds and then quit.
I feel like everyone trying to make each other look fucking goofy as hell. And like, what's the point of being on a podcast if we not trying to have a good time? Like, this shit mad fucking dumb. And your comments are like,
girl, I'm about to. You're done. You're done.
Bitch.
What?
You literally fucking have fucking.
And you're done.
Gotcha, bitch. No, you fucking have people fucking talking shit and I'm fucking being nice and I'm saying fucking nice shit and you fucking being rude.
It doesn't matter about none of that.
Girl,
what matters is.
Alright, so I've always said there's key signs to a whore. Key signs to a whore. Somebody you just need to stay the fuck away from. This right here, these kneecaps, they tell a story. They tell a big story. She's been on her kneecaps a lot. Look at how bruised her kneecaps are. Yeah, whores do smell weird, but that's only because they're nasty bitches and don't know how to keep their pH in balance. But anyway, my point is, these kneecaps are horribly bruised. She's been on them a lot. That I've mentioned before in the past, when a bitch sucks dick a lot, she's got a fucking kind of voice to her. Listen to how she talks.
I'm being nice and I'm saying fucking nice shit and you fucking being rude.
You see, it sounds like she got something in her throat.
Girl,
what matters is about.
That's that dried up nut.
Embarrass yourself anymore.
What's the quickest you've moved on?
Like, what do you mean moved on?
Like the quickest you've gone with another guy after a relationship?
Guess what? I fucked 3 men the next 2 weekends.
She belongs to the streets.
But then after, super depressed. Not the right route to take, right? You realize that no other guy is gonna heal the past trauma that you had. You have to heal it yourself.
How come girls always date toxic guys? Like, it's such a common theme. Like, why is it?
I feel like sometimes women are attracted to.
He was like, hey, look, I made a mistake. Don't fucking follow in my footsteps. At least she's out there trying to, like, tell people something kind of good, I guess. But, god damn. I'm glad I wasn't drinking. Yeah.
Chaos, but the good guys don't win, which is unfortunate because they should win.
Who ended the relationship, you or him?
Me.
Were you a good girlfriend?
No.
Bitch was like, no. He's like, no, I was horrible. I was a fucking idiot. Oh yeah, more than likely. Hit me a nice dab. Dude got his girl taken. What?
So this is my house. That's my truck.
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah, time heals most wounds. Oh man, that was horrible. Dude, that was... Oh Lord. That was bad. That was really bad. Terrible bad. That was terrible bad. Yeah. That...
This is my life right now. I'm getting ready to lose my truck. My wife cheated on me, left me, took my son from me. I have no job due to the fact she's had me locked up 8 times.
I don't like it, but it's not fair for women and men. Being born a woman, there's certain proclivities that we get. We're hot. We don't have to do much to get access to a good life. You know, we just have to take care of ourselves and look good. And that's it. We can get provided for. We can get 6 figures, a million. We can get it all.
There ain't no words for that shit.
It's different, right? You guys have to work and struggle and create and look good and all the looks matters.
So much harder.
So much harder.
You know how hard it is for the guy to go out and bang a bunch of women?
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is for? I mean, he needs to be good looking. He needs to make money. He needs to have the resources.
He's got to talk right.
He needs to have a game. He needs to look good. He needs to have it going on.
You gotta have time
all
to do that.
So for a guy to do that, he needs to be the fucking man. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now for a girl to be a hoe, she needs to just go put a dress on, and put some lipstick on, and say, "I'm going out tonight." Some guy will bang her that night.
Some guys, women, we're not equal to men. It's not fair. But if there's a war, who's going to defend us? Are they going to put the women on the front line? No. They're putting the men on the front line.
We would all be damned if I had to hold a gun.
Correct.
I think Simpson cocks are the reason why.
No, see, I mean, I think that's true with a lot of cases, but I think nowadays it's very important that women know how to shoot a gun. You know how she said, y'all would all be damned if I had to shoot, I had to put a gun in my hand? Okay, well, that may be so. If she had to fight for everybody's freedom, yeah, that might be so. But we shouldn't allow that to be a thing at all. Guns should not, you shouldn't be afraid of guns. You shouldn't be having a lack of knowledge in them after a certain age. They are a tool for numerous different things. They are no different than an extension of your body. And you should totally feel comfortable with them. What you shouldn't feel comfortable with is the fact that criminals have access to things much more dangerous than we do. I feel like if you pass a certain psychological evaluation, I feel like you should be able to have access to fully automatic weaponry. I think that would be very good for people. Anyway, I'm gonna cheers on this.
why women are getting more delusional every day. You're setting a certain standard in their mind because they're not going to pick you. They're going to use and abuse the things that you offer them. You're going to spend a bag on them, send them money on OnlyFans, buy them shit online. Like, you guys are the reason why women are getting more delusional every day. Getting these small dopamine hits from these OnlyFans chicks, these Instagram chicks. They really just want your money, your small bit of attention, your validation for the day, but they're not going to date you.
Damn right. That's what I've been saying. I don't... Any guy who pays for OnlyFans, you a damn simp. Ain't nothing changing my mind. Anyway, I am going to be bouncing the fuck out. I will be back a little later with something else. Until then, you folks stay nice and stony. Peace.